So we're in that time of year when we're actually talking about putting down pre-emergence, putting down the fertilizer, but there's one thing we're not really talking about, and that's your bug control. Maybe call it bug emergent. All jokes aside, bug control is one of those things that you gotta add into your routine. All right, I guarantee you, if you don't do anything about bugs right now, come late spring, early summer, you'll be able to spend no more than 10 minutes in your yard before you either get bitten by mosquitoes, swarmed by flies, or bitten by ants. So there's different forms of bug control and different ways you can go about it. But I guarantee you, if you do just these 3 things, you'll have a more enjoyable backyard. Keep it simple and just mow. Number 1 on the list is your granular insecticide. By far, I feel this is one of the best ways to treat a large area, and it requires very little work. All you need is a spreader. Choose whatever bug insecticide you want to use. There's 7, there's Bug B Gone, there's one made by Roundup. You can go commercial. Choose what you can afford, what works for you. You can get them online or you can get them at your big box store. But what you want to do is go out about every 3 months and put out a granular insecticide on your lawn. Now, here's a pro tip. If it's time to mow, go ahead and mow first, then put out your insecticides. After that, most insecticides will tell you, or at least most granular products will tell you that you have to water it in. So don't forget to do that. Now, I get a lot of people may have about putting out chemicals on their lawn. If you read the label and you follow all precautions, you should be relatively safe. But the main thing is to stay off the lawn, keep everybody off it until the product has had time to dry. And as you're spreading your granular insecticides, just make sure to get some on your foundation. This way you'll get some coverage and prevent bugs from going into the house. This leads me up to number 2. Number 2 on the list is liquid insecticides. Now, you can use the hose end versions, or you can use the ones that you mix yourself into a pump sprayer. But the main thing about the liquid insecticides, I typically like to focus those solely on the foundations alone. Now, if you have a woodline area or if you have woods to your side, to your back, go ahead and spray those areas too. But when you spray, it's best practice to spray late in the evenings or as late as possible in the day. This way you'll get all those flying bugs that typically like to come out at night. Same thing applies with the granular insecticides. Choose what brand works for you. Just make sure you follow all labels, all precautions, and just protect yourself and use a little common sense. Once you spray, stay off the lawn, stay off the immediate area until the product has had time to dry. Number 3 on the list is your baits. Now guys, don't underestimate the value of baits. By far for me, the most effective bait system is the fly traps. The beauty about these is that it's relatively cheap. Get the disposable ones. This way you don't have to worry about cleaning it out or anything. So you just cut your hole, fill it with water up to the line, and just hang it. But the main thing is you want to hang it away from your property or as far out as possible. Do not hang it in the doorway or on your patio or anywhere where anybody likes to hang out. You want to hang it far away from your property because it's going to attract dozens, if not hundreds of flies towards that location. And once they get in, it's very difficult for them to get out. Now, I've made videos in the past on different forms of bug control. I'll link 2 of the videos that's been very successful for me. One of them is how to get rid of flies. It gets more in detail on the average things you can typically do for your yard to reduce the fly population. And the other one is just talking about general bug control treatments that you can do any time of year.